Hello everybody, Mark Builds It here. I want to tell you about a community management software provider called Beyond.so. This is a company that I discovered pretty early on when I really started looking at options for building and managing a community using Web3 native tools. And that's what Beyond.so does. And I specify .so because there are a lot of other Beyond products out there that they have different domain names. So you got to make sure you do the .so to get to the right web page. And just as a full disclaimer, one of the products they offer I currently pay for. I do not have any affiliate links. I'm not being paid to do this video. All the services that I get from Beyond I paid for with my own money. Okay, so what do they offer? They offer token gating for Discord right now. This is their primary product. That means that you can set up a Discord server, you can distribute or sell either NFTs or tokens to your community, or give them away, either way, however you want to do it. And then you can gate access to specific channels. You can create rules for specific channels that are based on number of tokens owned or NFT owned, if they do or do not own an NFT. I think that they are going to be offering options where you can build more complex rules. Like, I already know that you can say you can set a rule based on number of tokens owned. So if they have 5 tokens, they get access to this level. If they have 15 tokens, they get access to a different channel. So that allows you to tier off the access to your community based on the level of investment that a particular user might have. Another great thing about token gating access is that you can have a single login for all of your outlets, and you don't really have to know anything about the customer. The customer doesn't have to give up any personal information other than the public address of the wallet that they have stored your tokens or NFTs inside of. They also offer a very basic community dashboard right now. Just kind of keeps track of how many users you have and what's connected, who qualifies for what. But this is something that they're working on improving right now. They've got a few new features coming up. One is almost ready to go, and that is the fact that you'll be able to gate content on any site that you have access to the code of. So if you have a WordPress site, you'll be able to put a code snippet in on a particular page, and whoever has the right credentials to view that page in a wallet that is connected to your Beyond community will have access to that page if they have the right credentials. So it will basically be that it's that single login that I was talking about before. They just have to connect their wallet to your Beyond community, your Beyond managed community, and then their system, the Beyond system, will continuously check to make sure that they have the right credentials in their wallet to be able to access the different pages that you want them to have access to. So this is really helpful for gating something like video content. You can embed the content in your website, and that will be the only place that it can be viewed is through your website with a token gated login. So you don't have to worry about putting stuff unlisted on YouTube and then having somebody just distribute that link all over the internet. And you don't have to worry about creating special login IDs and passwords for all your different users to get into something that is password protected. The wallet and Beyond work together to do all those things for you. They're also putting together a system to help their customers launch their own tokens. So that's going to be, just a basic ERC20, which is a fungible token that we've discussed in some other videos, as well as NFTs in the future. And I should have said before that their system works on Ethereum mainnet, which is, the number one layer 1 solution. It works on Polygon, which is the number 1 layer 2 solution. And it works on Avalanche, which is a Ethereum-based alternative layer 1. So they forked off of Ethereum. They're using Ethereum's code, but they are not attached to the Ethereum blockchain in any way. They're also in the future going to be working on integrations with Slack and Notion and Zapier. And really, the current customer base is what is driving these things. They're looking at what the market uses, but they're also looking at what their customers need. And we'll talk about that before, but that's one of the things that I really like about this particular team. I mentioned the dashboard before. That is going to become much more robust. They're going to be building in ways to track and analyze the behavior of your community, which users are being very helpful and which users are contributing a lot, so that you may decide to reward them with a token drop. And then also just sort of the health of your community. How many active users are there? And again, these statistics and analytics are driven by the customers. So if a customer says, there's this metric that I'd really like to have available to me, and maybe I can get it by doing a bunch of, gymnastics with cookies and that sort of thing. But because everything is driven by the wallet and the interactions are done by the wallet, the Beyond system can track more accurately, who is doing what inside your community, so that you can reward them for their helpful behavior. They also create a custom landing page for your community. So if you don't have your own website, this is a good way to just bring people on board, get them verified in your community, and then move them off to whatever interactive platform that you're using. So in the future, I think I see this as a potential replacement for your own web server. I think that you may be able to go to a third-party provider to host your video and then embed it in this white-labeled website that they're providing. So I'm not sure exactly where this is going to go. I don't have any promises from the team, but I see this as being a very high-value offering from them. So I'm definitely excited to see where that goes, because my website for my community will expire in like 18 months, and that's an eternity in Web3 time. So hopefully by the time that rolls around, I might be able to just move my entire, all of my content just over to the white labeled Beyond site and have it redirect to my regular domain name. So that would be pretty cool. Again, I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'm watching to see if it does. But one of those things that you'll be able to do on your white label site would be to have be able to sell your tokens. So if you do end up, once they get their token sales or distribution system set up, you'll be able to have a place where people can just buy them, right there on your website. Okay, so how do they make money? Well, they are a subscription-based service. This makes sense for them because they are providing a community management software system that is constantly running in the background. They're not providing a la carte services, although they are working on making those available to their subscribers, so that once you subscribe to the community management system, you'll have access to all these extra little tools that you can use with your community. But that is not their primary business model. Their primary business model is going to be helping you manage your community effectively. So if we go to their pricing page, they have a monthly plan and a yearly plan, as well as a lifetime plan. So these lifetime plans are limited. This is what I ended up doing. I ended up buying a lifetime plan from them when they first started offering them. They were less expensive, so as they sell them, they get a little bit more pricey. And really, I bought it partly as an experiment for what I'm doing, getting into Web3, and partly because I saw a lot of value in joining early. I've been able to be in contact with this team off and on constantly. They've been a great resource for me when I have questions just about Web3 in general. Some of the information I'm giving you has probably come from them at some point. So it's been really good being a part of that community as it grows and seeing new members come in and contribute. So that is I guess that's my disclaimer. They don't even know I'm making this video right now. So, but I have to say that even though I have barely started to scratch the surface for the tools that they offer, it's already been worth it to be a part of their community. And I'll show you. I'll put a link in the show notes to get to the Discord, because you can join the Discord for free. There is a private area for people who are paying customers and for people that have bought these lifetime passes, but there is another public area that's still full of information, and the crew is very helpful there. And this team has plenty of experience with community building of their own. They actually, Beyond was originally a project management book club, so it just started out with a few people recommending books to each other about project management, and it grew to this enormous server, several thousand people, maybe in the tens of thousands. I don't remember the numbers. I was not involved with that. I came on board after they pivoted to this management software system. So they actually have a lot of advice to offer there when it comes to things you can do to build a community and grow your audience. Okay, so where does Beyond.so fall short? They're new. They're building this thing as they go. They're a smaller team, so I think that they had a token sale not too long ago, and they did an airdrop for those of us that had been invested in the community and had bought, either service plans or lifetime plans. They did an airdrop for us, which was really nice, but they also had an open sale of tokens. They can hand them out to people who are being helpful in the community, just kind of like we would want to do in our own communities. And those tokens in the future will allow people to pay for their monthly access, or even buy stock in the company when they go that route, when they have a sort of a more formal funding round stock issuance. So it's just a nice little thank you that they've issued to us who have been supportive. I don't know that I will use mine for anything other than maybe buying stock when the time comes, because I've bought that lifetime NFT pass. So what are my takeaways? Well, I like this crew. I like this organization. I like it enough to have put my own money into it. I'm not really an investor. I mean, I basically just paid for access to their service. The team is incredibly responsive. When they first launched, they didn't even have their personal information, like the founder's information, on their site. And I hit them up about that because, it was a lot of money for me to put into an unproven company. And literally within the hour, they had sent me links to their LinkedIn profiles. And within 48 hours, they had all that information up on their page. I've had several conversations with them over video chat, with my ideas for what I would like to offer for my community, and inevitably those things work their way onto a roadmap somewhere. So I can see that they're definitely taking feedback from their customer base and thinking about how they can use that to build this product for everyone else. So I've been really happy so far. I feel like maybe you're not ready to jump into this level of tool. It certainly is something worth considering when you come around to that step in your community building journey. So I think this is a solid option. I'm looking forward to see what else they come up with. If you are thinking about managing a community and you have another tool that you're looking at and you want me to look at it from my perspective, send it my way. I'm Mark Builds It at Twitter, and I will talk to you soon.